Evening, everyone. Just give me 2 seconds. Bear with me 2 seconds. Just finishing off setting up. An issue with the YouTube on my laptop. There we go. Excuse me. Full of a cold. All right, Sharon. Evening, Mike. Yeah, just bringing the chat up on my laptop, guys. Just having a bit of an issue with it first then. Excuse me, I'm full of a cold. I've come down with a cold this evening, so I might be sneezing or coughing a lot, so I'll have to apologise now for it. How's everyone doing this evening? We're all right? Hope we're all looking forward to the live again. Oh, got some good news for you this week. Cheers, Mike. Got quite a bit of news for you this week as well. So then some good updates and that, and some great stuff coming tonight, I think. Evening, Clive. How you doing, mate? Evening, Michael. How you doing? All right, what is? I've got an announcement to make as well tonight. As well, nice big announcement as well tonight, guys. Good. I'm glad to see you. Good, fine. Clive, sorry, bear with me. I'm dosed up to the eyeballs at the moment. It's nice to see you in the chat. It's nice to see some nice people in the chat, some regulars, and that. So I'm going to crack on straight away, basically. Just excuse me a second, guys. Hate head colds. I hate them. Right, so we kick off the evening with the aviation news. So as I say, we've got quite a bit for you tonight. So start off. Unfortunately, I have to start off on a bit of a sad note. So we all know the unfortunate event that happened last weekend in Dallas with the incident between the B-17 Flying Fortress and the Bell P-63. The reports are obviously that all pilots and crew unfortunately lost their lives. It was just a horrible thing to see. It's not something that you expect now, this day and age, but it happened. But the reports coming out last night that the NTSB are now investigating. They've got very limited, very limited data in the fact of these type of planes aren't required to carry the modern data equipment that you would get on an airliner today or a military plane today. So, they're basically relying on eyewitness accounts. They're going to go through the wreckage that's there and the maintenance records, and basically any videos that obviously you've seen them all over the internet, the videos that were filmed to try and work out what caused the crash. Now, we all know there's been rumours flying around, which I don't really want to partake in the rumours. I'd rather just go off the facts. So at the moment, the NTSB are investigating it, and they're going to say it could be anything from up to a few weeks, up to a couple of months before they announce the results. So I will keep you informed on that, guys. But yeah, my heart and soul go, and my deepest sympathies go out to the pilots' families and the crew's families and everyone involved. I just thank God that no one was injured on the ground as well. So that's a bit of a somber start off, but it does start getting better. Trust me, the news does get better today. There's a few other ones in there, but not bad. So Boeing, more news about Boeing and the 737 MAX again. Basically, they have agreed to pay $200 million to settle the allegations that they misled investors about the safety aspects of the 737 MAX. Now, for me, they've settled that outside of court. Hiya, Whittlebot Productions. How you doing, mate? Oh, sorry to hear that. That's sad to hear that. That's sad to hear. Manchester Airport Spotter, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, so for me, they've settled outside of court, so they obviously they knew they weren't going to win that battle. They knew they weren't going to win it, so they've agreed to basically pay the $200 million to the investors. So read into that as you will. It's still not great news for Boeing and the Max. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Hope you're good as well. So A380 news. Some really good A380 news recently over the last week or so. Good and bad, to be fair. Thai Airways are looking at bringing back their A380s. They're looking into it, into the financial position, whether they can actually bring them back, and that by the sounds of it, they want to bring them back because the demand's there, which is great to see. Evening, Jim. Hope you're all right, mate. But yeah, it's great news for the A380, which means we're getting more and more of them back in the sky. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, another company bringing them back. I think what we're on now, Lufthansa next summer bringing all theirs back. ANA are still using theirs today. Emirates with theirs. Qatar with all theirs back. BA with theirs. Singapore is still using theirs. So we've still got a great wide range of A380s out there, which is really, really good to see, considering they were going to die off after COVID because of, like, the 747 basically died off, you know, because they're not fuel efficient and financially they cost too much to run. So it's great to see. It's great to see. So, but another part of the A380 news, there's a little bit of a downside to it, that Malaysia Airways this week have sent their first A380 into long-term storage. Now, I don't know whether Malaysia's having financial issues. I don't know, but they've decided to start sending their A380s into long-term storage. So let's hope they come back, and it is what it is. You know, it's just a shame. So, excuse me. You know. Yeah, Manchester Airport Spotters. I've seen that tyre where they've basically looking into purchasing slots, weren't they, for next summer for the 777s. I think I did some news on that. I think it was in my first live I did. I think it was in my first live that I did that one. Speaking about the slots, or it was last week's, I can't quite remember. I've slept since then. Oh, I've parked up in Bangkok with the 747s. Yeah, it's sad to see. What does it really is sad to see. You know, these big planes just parked up. It's just a waste. You know, it's a shame they're just not getting used, but it is what it is. So, I don't know if you've all read the reports this week as well. Cornwall Airport has received the first ever spaceport license, which is absolutely fantastic. Apparently, it's going to create about 150 jobs apparently in Cornwall for Cornwall Airport, which is absolutely fantastic. So it's also now going to be known as Spaceport Cornwall. Instead of Cornwall Airport, it's going to be known as Spaceport Cornwall. Bit of a mouthful. So the license enables the Virgin Orbit to begin wet dress rehearsals ahead of a proposed launch, apparently. And basically, this will be the first of its kind on European soil. So that's absolutely fantastic. That you know, to get something like that is absolutely fantastic, and to be the first on European soil, you know, we've got to be proud that we've got that, and well done to Cornwall for getting it. No, I don't actually know. I'm looking into that at the moment, Manchester Airport Spotter. I'm actually looking into what the date is. Unless someone knows in the chat, I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking into it. There's Qantas A380 due into LHR tomorrow morning. Nice. I have heard Qantas was going to start flying back into Heathrow. That's great news. Absolutely great news. Yeah, it is nice to see them still using the A340 Wadders. You know, it's a bit of a really rare bird now. It's nice to see that them. To be fair, they're all under the Lufthansa group anyway. Them other two, aren't they? Edelweiss and Swiss. They're under the Lufthansa group anyway. So it's great to see they have kept the aircrafts going. Now, I have heard, and I think I've seen a vlog on this, that Edelweiss have actually got a better first class or business class it is, I'm not too sure which one it is, than Lufthansa, considering it's their subsidiary company, and that makes me laugh, that how a cheaper company can have a better product, but it is what it is. So on to the next bit. I only found this out, I think it was a couple of days ago, that Air Tanzania have basically grounded the complete fleet of A220-300s. This is apparently due to problems with the Pratt and Whitney engines. But apparently it's also been reported this same issue with other fleets that have got them. Now, obviously, a lot of fleets that have got them don't have as many of them, or it doesn't really impact them so badly. But with Air Tanzania, apparently, I think it's a massive percentage. I think about 80% of the fleet is these A220s, and they've had to ground them. Apparently, the issues are sourced down to a power plant issue. That's all they've basically released. But Pratt and Whitney can't give a accurate time frame of when they're going to be sorted, because basically all the engines have got to be removed from the aircraft. They can't leave them on the wings, apparently, because repair can't be done while the engines are attached to the wings. So all the engines have got to be sent off to Pratt and Whitney, and Pratt and Whitney haven't got enough spare engines to replace them. So that is massively affecting Air Tanzania at the moment, because they just can't schedule flights because of it. And again, the financial implications on that is going to be, ridiculous for the company like that. Stuff like that can put airlines out of business completely. They can go under because of that. But apparently the engines that are fault are the PW 1500Gs and the PW 1900Gs. As I said, all these engines need to be sent back to Pratt and Whitney for investigation, for them to determine what repairs need to be carried out. So that's why they can't give a time frame on when this issue is going to be resolved. So that's a bit alarming at the moment. But yeah, the Wookiee howl, yeah, Wadders and all. You can't. It is a great sound from them engines, but Pratt and Whitney again, isn't it? Last time we saw an issue with a Pratt and Whitney engine was on that United 777, was it? Am I right, chat? That United 777 where all the casing literally just come off after takeoff and the engine's basically shaking itself to bits. And someone in the chat just confirmed I'm right with that. It was United. It was a United 777. Bit of sad news about a Norwegian carrier. I don't know if you've all heard this company called Flyer. They're struggling for survival at the moment. They're having to try and find backers to get them through the winter till summer, to try and, obviously when the industry starts picking up and you start getting the summer flights, they've basically got to try and find funding to basically get it, all done in a matter of weeks. It's not all sad news, Mike. It's not all sad news. There's some good stuff coming now. Thought I'd start off on the somber stuff and finish on a high. So yeah, another airline potentially going bust, but it is what it is. It can't be helped. So here's some good news, right? So Heathrow have released some figures recently. So apparently they're preparing for their biggest Christmas in 3 years. The October figures are showing that they have catered for nearly 5.9 million passengers, which is an increase from 93.6% from last year. That's massive, that. I know it was COVID and everything for the last 2 years, but apparently, they're having their best figures for 3 years. So even back to pre-COVID, they've had an absolutely fantastic October. So that just shows you that the air travel industry is massively picking up now. British Airways, I think guys have seen this, but British Airways have announced a new route on its North American sorry, it's North American network. They've introduced a new route. Basically, they are now flying to Cincinnati. Great to see. Great to see more options. More options to fly to America now. I know, obviously, the usual routes are New York, Orlando and that, and Boston. So it's nice to see something different on the calendar to go to. And this was in the news. I spotted this yesterday, and this was in the news again today. Germany, the German government has taken delivery of its first fully equipped A350. That, for me, having a government plane, it's an A350 is amazing. I've seen the pictures of it. If you go and have a look at it, it looks really, really nice. I know it's a white plane, but it just looks really, really nice. And, you know, it's nice to see another A350 out there, and who doesn't like an A350? So, evening, Amy. So, next bit of news is Azul, the Brazilian carrier. They have just signed and confirmed they had an agreement if they wanted it, and they've just honoured that agreement with Airbus, that they have just ordered 3 more A330-900s, which is great, absolutely great, because there's this massive push at the moment for sustainability. I'm good, thank you. I'm really good, thank you, Amy. Just full of a cold. And there's a big thing. I've seen a recent thing about it in the press that all the early airlines are going to the governments to see how sustainable and going basically carbon free or carbon neutral, sorry, by a certain date. And, these A330 Neos are obviously the next engine option, or the greenest engine you can get at the moment. And yeah, so that's great to see. Play Airlines, they're really flying at the moment. Apparently they're doing really well. They've just taken delivery of the 8th A320 Neo. So that just shows how popular and how good they're doing at the moment, that they've just took another delivery of an aircraft. So as I want to touch, I just want one more thing with Play. We all know that Play is a favourite of Liz Robson. So if you're in the chat, Liz, we all know you love a nice big bright red plane. There's another one in the sky now for you to see. So back to this carbon zero project. So basically, 2 airlines this week has signed up to the new sustainability aviation agreements. So Ryanair and Wizz Air have signed up to this to basically help further the progress of zero emission flights. So this is what I was saying about Azul. That's why they've basically gone into these 330-900 Neos. They're working with the governments as well to try and basically zero emission flights now. So it's all ending on a good note at the end of the day. Everything's looking positive. And it's nice to see airlines buying more aircraft again. Obviously, at the time, you're worrying whether airlines were going to go under, but now they're actually purchasing more and more aircraft, which just shows that, the aviation industry is massively picking back up now. Heathrow's figures just prove that. You've seen in the news recently that Virgin and BA have, I think they've acquired some more slots at Heathrow, which is great to see. And that's so. It's all right, Matt. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. So, right, into my news. So that's the aviation news done for this week. Into my news for this week. So, as you'll have seen on my socials, this week is anti-bullying week. So, excuse me. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, so it's anti-bullying week this week, which, personally for myself, it's close to my heart. As a youngster, I was bullied anyway, so it meant a lot for me to do this. So we have had some amazing people on board for this, and we've really done what, we've really spread the word this week, and tomorrow's the last day of it. And so basically, people who are new to the chat tonight, if you're not aware, I say we have been running the anti-bullying campaign for this week because it is anti-bullying week. And we've had Concord Julie, Captain Chris, and Liz and Simon from Think Planes, which is absolutely amazing. They've been spreading the word as well for anti-bullying, which, it needs to be out there, and it needs to stop. There's no need to bully someone to make yourself feel better. That doesn't work. You shouldn't be, you're not going to climb the ladder by, picking on people and making people feel horrible about themselves. So that makes me onto this subject again for this week. So unfortunately, it was brought to my attention this week that there was some bullying going on online this week. So I believe, I'm not going to mention any names. It was brought to my attention, and I thank you to the person that brought it to my attention. There was 2 streamers this week at an airport a few days ago, and while one was doing his live stream, another streamer come up and was bullying him for basically telling him that he was in his spot and that he had to move. Now, come on, really? You don't need to do that. There's enough room for everyone to film, to take pictures. You shouldn't be bullying someone because you think you've got the God-given right to stand in one spot all the time. I'm sorry, but if you're not there and someone else is there, that's on you. Get there earlier, then you can have the spot. If that person's turned up there and there's no one there, he's got every right to be there. So, it's just ridiculous, and these people need to. I'm not mentioning names because it's not right for me to mention names on a live stream myself. It's wrong. I know who was involved with it, and collating evidence on it and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's out of order. It shouldn't be happening. This day and age, end of the day, 2 streamers. Another streamer should not be bullying another streamer. It is out of order and it needs to stop. People, for God's sake, respect each other. Just be nice to each other. It's better to be kind to someone than it is to be nasty to someone. Words can hurt in so many ways and leave more hurtful scars than physical bullying. So just stop it. At the end of the day, pack it in. Get on with life. Be nice to each other. And, share the space around you. So, Sorry, just catching up with the chat there. Sorry, I was catching up with the chat, guys. Sorry. Just give me 2 seconds because something's been said. Yeah, Michael, it is appalling, It's just ridiculous. And, I don't get the mentality of some people. I really don't. I don't get the mentality of people at all. I don't get why people think it's okay to do this. Bullying comes in all sorts of forms, whether it's verbal, physical, online. When I was and this is for me personally, from when I was a kid, I didn't have all this online stuff. It didn't exist then. It didn't exist when I was a kid. So, and at the end of the day, bullying for me was in the way of physical and verbal, which the verbal did more damage than the physical, because at one point I turned around and I stood up for myself, and you get to a point where you snap. But this day and age, the fact of that someone can basically destroy someone over social media is disgusting. And to do it, what was going on this live stream, that you could hear it on the live stream, was disgusting. So what I ask of you all, from me, that as if you see my post, my anti-bullying post, can you all please just share it? Just share it to your socials. Let's just push. Tomorrow is the last day of it, I think. Just let me double check. Yeah, the 18th. So tomorrow's the last day. So when I do my posting, because there'll be quite a few posts going out tomorrow for the last one, all I ask of even the 12 people now that are here in the chat, if you all just take 5 minutes out of your day tomorrow and share these anti-bullying posts. At the end of the day, let's just spread the word. Let's try and make this stop. You know, I can't do it all by myself. I need the help of everyone. So when I post tomorrow, I ask from you, can you please all just reshare it, please? It will mean so much to me, and, you know, get the message out there. But on that note as well, this is something that I'm not just running for this week. As a business, I personally am continuing to run this every month. So there will be posts going out every month. Because for me, personally, yes, it's nice to have a dedicated week to something like this. But bullying just doesn't stop because we do an anti-bullying campaign for 1 week of the year. That doesn't stop for 1 week. As it's proven, this week it's gone on. So for me personally, I will be running this in my business every month. So you will be seeing anti-bullying posts and ways of contacting people if you're struggling in my social media every month. And the people who are involved now, I'm sure that they're going to be involved over the, you know, every month as well, posting something. You know, it's just, let's all get behind this and let's get it out there that this needs to stop. So on to the next bit. It's just a bit of business news for myself. So I mentioned, obviously there's new people in the chat tonight, so I'm going to mention it again. So last week we were proud to announce that I did a giveaway last month, I think it was, or month before. I did a giveaway with Aeroprints, and it went really, really well. It was a choice between, it was a blueprint process between an A330 and an 747-8. So you got to pick which one it was. So been talking to Aeroprints since the giveaway, and last week we announced that we have got a promo code. Excuse me. So the promo code will get you 15% off. So if you use the promo code, I'll put it in the description in the live stream when it ends. When I edit it all, I'll put it in the live stream for you all, so you see it all. So basically, if you go onto Aeroprint's website, you'll get 15% off. If you use promo code Living It Large 15, there you go. At the checkout, gets you 15% straight off. And, you know, who doesn't like a bit of discount around Christmas time on Christmas gifts for someone? So that's on that. I also, for people obviously that are new, and obviously of just new ones that I've seen tonight that have joined in the chat, which is brilliant, thank you very much. We also have another promo code with a company called True Vision Brand. Now, you've probably seen quite a few pictures of me wearing the sunglasses. Now, it's not just sunglasses that they do. I think they do T-shirts off the top of my head. But they definitely do like belts, wallets, beanie hats, and a few other little bits and bobs. But again, we've secured... All right, mate, no worries, no problem, Clive. Yeah, you don't want to get hurt by the baseball bat, mate. You don't want that. So, so yeah, with True Vision Brand, you basically, cheers, Sharon, she's just put it in the chat now for you guys. Another 15% off using promo code Living It Large Aviation. So, just thought I'd share that out there with you, because obviously I know there's some new ones in there, and that's why I just wanted to mention it tonight. Also, if you aren't aware, obviously there's, again, new people in the chat tonight, which is amazing. We have a Facebook group called Living It Large Aviation Enthusiast Group on Facebook. Now, we've just hit 100 members today, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everyone that's joined. If you do want to join, by the way, head over to Facebook again. Type if one of the mods wants to drop it in the chat. The link to the Facebook group, if they don't mind. You click on that and you can join. You just answer a few questions that are in there. It's very, very straightforward, and then you get in. But there is a perk for basically joining the Facebook group. So what we've decided to do as a perk for people who've gone out the way to answer the questions and join the group, fantastic. What we are going to do for you is that we are going to give you 24-hour early access to either new merch or promo codes. So whenever new merch drops, a new promo code dropped, you will get 24 hours early access to that before it goes out to the general public. There's just a couple of more things to run through, guys, and that. So if you want to join, links are in the chat now. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Sharon. Click on them. Answer. I think it's like 3-4 questions. Just answer them. And, thank you very much. And if you want to join, welcome abroad. What's that? Whittlebots. I have a link in my live stream of a Facebook. Yeah, fine, mate. No worries. No worries. So next bit is just a reminder of the Facebook Live that I'm doing on the 26th of November with Alex from the Plane Spotting channel. That's going to be from Liverpool Airport between 2 and 4 p.m. I think that's the time. I'll clarify it properly this week. And this bit of news is something that we're working on. We haven't quite got it finalised yet, but we're working on it. So we're looking next year at bringing Patreon memberships to the YouTube channel. So, but we're working out, we want to give you something back for your membership. So if you're willing to spend X amount of money a month, we want you to get something back for that. So we're trying to work something out where everyone can get something decent back out of it. So we're working on the last few bits of that, and hopefully we'll get it sorted for the beginning of next year. Yeah, no problem, Whittlebottle. Thank you for joining, mate. Whittlebowl, sorry. Thank you very much for joining. There's only a couple of more announcements anyway, so one more bit of big news tonight. We have a new moderator as well in the Facebook group and page. I'm pleased to announce that Wadders is now a moderator on the Living at Large Aviation Enthusiast group and of the Living at Large Aviation page. So if you are members, drop a hi to him, welcome into the group and everything. Great to have you on board, Wadders. Thank you very much, mate, for agreeing to be a mod. Means a lot, mate. Means a lot. So last few things. Yeah, orders. Yeah, baby. Just want to give you an update where we are in the way of subscribers at the moment. So we're trying to hit 2K by the end of the year, and at the moment we are at 1.7K. We are so close to hitting that 2K. So anyone who's in the live tonight, if you haven't subscribed and you do like this weekly live chat from myself, or do you want to go and check out my vlogs? There's a new one up recently, which is part 1 of a potentially 2-3 part episode. Go and check it out. There's some other vlogs on there, some other great vlogs on there, and check out the other lives that I've done in the past. Go give them a watch. If you like what you've seen, please drop a subscribe. It all helps. Excuse me. It all helps the channel, and it helps us to get to that 2K mark. So the last couple of bits I want to talk about is the 1K giveaway. So because we hit 1K back in October, we're doing a giveaway which is running right through up until beginning of December. So one of the mods quickly wants to drop in the link for the giveaway, for the 1K giveaway on Instagram. Basically, if you just go in, there's a few things I just need you to do. And yeah, just there's some great prizes in it, guys. I've got them here for you. Just sorry, 2 seconds. May as well show you them because I've got them to hand tonight. So you basically get him. Oh, where'd they go? There they are. Excuse me. 2 seconds, guys. So, there's a few things in this giveaway. You know, gifts from companies that I've worked with in the past and stuff like that. So, basically, first gift is a pair of True Vision brand sunglasses. That's one part of the gift. Great, they are really good sunglasses, guys. I must admit, I've battered mine to pieces, and they've done me proud. They really have done me proud. We are giving away, also in the giveaway is going to be a Etihad A380 model. It is 1/200 scale. That's in the giveaway. Also giving you, everyone wants one. Everyone needs to have one in their life. A couple of Living It Large aviation stickers. And the last part of the giveaway is that we're giving you are these. So basically, it's a pack of playing cards, but it's playing cards that are slightly different. So these playing cards have all got runways on them. And it's international runways. So each card has got a different runway, just to prove there's a blue one there, which is Istanbul, Turkey. Then your next blue one is Mumbai, India. So they're all different airports. No matter on the colour, they're all different airports. Yeah, I know. And, you know, it makes laugh. The jokers in these are Towers. Shout out to Towers. So you get a pack of them as well, guys. So if you head over to the Instagram, which I think Sharon's dropped in the chat for you there, guys. If you go and check that giveaway out, there are all the prizes up for grabs. You know, we've pushed the boat out for the 1K giveaway. This wasn't potentially meant to be happening until next year. So, yeah, go and enter it. You know, it's all free to enter, and you're getting some great prizes for absolutely nothing. Just doing a couple of little things that I require you to do in the giveaway. That's it. And, you know, you're getting a good fair amount worth of money's worth of stuff there for free. So, yeah, don't forget to drop that and enter. So, the last few things are, obviously, I've just touched on them there. Then, if you want to get one of these, they are available on my eBay store. So the money that goes from these goes back into the business to go towards equipment and other vlogs and stuff like that. So there's also them. And the last thing I want to talk about, and I know I talk about these every week because these are amazing. These are absolutely epic. And if you're looking for, if you've got an av geek, if you're in a relationship with someone who's an av geek, or you know a family member who's an av geek, you know, these are potentially probably the really best Christmas present you could probably get someone, just for the quality alone. So you've seen the posts on the socials. Anyone new hasn't seen it. So we did a giveaway a while ago with a company called Wingscraft, and we managed to, through some to and fro in, we managed to get a collaboration done together with them. So what it is we had 20 of these. We're now down to 16, but I think by the weekend we may have sold another 3 to 4 because we're just waiting on replies on emails, which will take us down to just over 10 tags. So basically that's it. These are Emirates. This is Emirates A380 aircraft tag. Now this tag, no, I didn't, Michael, I didn't. I've been working on this. So these are Emirates A380 tags. Now, the special thing about these is it was the first Emirates A380. So the very first A380 that they had. And the one extra special thing about these tags is A, the quality, and B, you know, the tags are, all 20 of these tags are Manchester based tags. So all the information of on it there, sorry. So all the information there, you see the Living It Large Aviation brand there. So all these tags are Manchester-based tags, and all it does, it gives you all the information of the very first A380 of when it come into Manchester. So when it first come into Manchester, and basically how many times that aircraft landed at Manchester on this side. Now this is where it gets better, this tag. So basically this tag is double-sided. Now you look at most aviation tags, it just has all the information on one side, or I keep saying I'm going to get the other tags to show, but yeah. So then on the other side, you flip it round, and this is the generic information of the A380, that first A380. So how many flights that aircraft actually took in total, how many destinations it actually went to, how many flight hours it did, and how many passengers it carried, and then obviously its lifespan and everything there. So, you know, and this is with this, look at the thickness of the tag as well. So I was just reading the chat there. So look at the thickness of the tag, how thick, you know, compared to other tags, look how thick that tag is, you know. But I've never seen, this is the first time, and I've got one of these myself. This is the first time that I've seen double-sided tags like this. Now, these are official from Emirates, no doubt about it. These come from Emirates. Wingscraft basically are like a middleman for Emirates. They sell them on behalf for Emirates. So what they do, these are all stored at Emirates, and you get in touch. Obviously, you get into, if you want a Living It Large Aviation one of these limited edition ones, you have to get in touch with me, and I get in touch with Wingcraft, and we deal with it that way. But they do other airports as well, if you want a different airport. And not only, I meant to mention this, sorry guys. So not only with this this tag, you do get a certificate of authenticity from Emirates with a number, with basically a batch number of so many. And you actually get the backstory as well of the tag, and of the of the Emirates A380 tag. And it tells you all about the aircraft in that as well. So lo and behold, I'm going to get onto the price of these. Now, this is where I say they are pricey, but the quality's there. And this is a piece of official Emirates merchandise. So these tags, including postage, are $110. Now, yeah, I know it's a lot, and it works out to the equivalent of about £96 to £98. But it's the quality of them. For far as I'm concerned, I need to find my other tag. I've got a tag on my bag somewhere. I need to find it. It's 2 seconds ago. I'll try and find it for you. Oops, back in the joint. Got it. Right, so just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. And this is, I'll show you the difference now. Oh. If it decides to want to come off. There we go. Trash in the house. Right. So here we go. Hey Charlie, all right, mate? Hey, Charlie's dad was actually a winner in the giveaway of one of these tags. He's actually got it in his display cabinet. So, right. So there, lo and behold, there's my 737 aviation tag. So that's, you know, it's in a clear thing to protect it basically. But, you know, that's all you get. On a normal tag, the aviation tags, that's what you get. All right. This is the difference, and this is what I mean, the quality and the difference. You're getting the size difference for starters, the thickness of it. Oops. The thickness of it. You can see it side to side. The thickness of it is, it's like, you know, twice as thick. But yeah, again, as I said, it's double-sided. There's nothing on that, on the back of that, really. Just some information about the aviation tag. But, you know, that's what I mean. You're paying for the quality. Now, price difference, yeah, I know that's probably about 30, 40 quid in the shop. and that's like an extra £50 deal. But that is worth it, for as far as I'm concerned. That is worth it for the quality. You know, it's a piece of aviation history. The same as all, don't get all tags of aviation history, but to have a piece of A380, Emirates A380, that's basically certified by Emirates with certificates of authenticity, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And if you want to get that for someone, I say they are selling, you know, potentially we're going to be down to just over about 10 by the end of the weekend. So, you know, we're pretty much getting to the point where we've sold half of them now. I want an A380 tag. So, you know, I say $110, 98 quid. No, not cheap, but I think it's worth it personally. And, you know, if you want one, contact me on the email address that's been put in the chat, which I'll say it for you now, is livingitlarge.aviation@outlook.com. Hi, Courtney, you all right? And yeah, so, and that, I think, guys, is pretty much it for me on the way of updates and the way of what's going on with the business, the merch side, and obviously any updates that I've got on the news. So have you guys got any questions for me? You know, is there anything you want to ask me? You know, is there anything out there that anyone wants to ask? Ask away freely, you know. It's about me vlogging. It's about, you know, when I'm next to the airport, what, anything, you know, EasyJet or PZ. It's got to be PZ Mark, come on. How can it not be PZ? It's got to be PZ. You should know me by now, man. That advert's epic. That advert's absolutely epic, PZ. Sorry, I just put the stuff away there. Does anyone else want to ask me any questions before we call it for tonight? Is there, you know, is there anything you want to see in the? Is there anything you'd like to see? More, you know. Is there things, anything, you know, something new you'd like to see in the channel? Oh. Any more vlogs or anything coming? Yeah, Mike, there's, I mentioned it before, there is obviously the new one out at the moment that I dropped Sunday last week. That was the Manchester to Amsterdam flight. So that one's out there at the moment. Part 2 is going to be in a couple of weeks' time. I'm not telling you what happens because it'll ruin the first bit for you if you want to watch it. So, you know, go over, give it a watch. Let me know what you think. Appreciate the feedback, good or positive. You know, positive or negative. I appreciate the feedback at the end of the day. So, you know, if you haven't seen it, go give it a watch. You know, then part 2 of it will come out. Oh, glad you liked it, Mike. Glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. Are you planning on going to the TAS for 26? Potentially, yeah. Yeah, Charlie, I'll more than likely be going to that. Don't need an excuse to go to an aviation fair. I'll probably be going there. Well, say that we have been playing with the fact of getting a table there at the TAS fair. We want one of the TAS fairs. Because I don't know if any, obviously there's new people in the chat and there's some people who are regulars in the chat that I don't just sell merch on my eBay account. I also sell new and vintage aviation models as well, whether it be some die cast and the plastic ones. So we are potentially looking at getting a table to sell some merch. And if we have any of these tags left, if we don't sell them all for Christmas, we can take orders the fair for them, and we'll probably be selling the models as well. But we've got to sort that out. So, but yeah, even if I don't do that, Charlie, I'll definitely be there, mate. I'll probably be looking to spend some cash anyway. Anything else you want to ask me, guys? Anything else? Just ask away. I said. Well, 50 minutes in, didn't realise it was that late already. Time flies when you start gabbing. Chances of you doing your own quiz nights. I don't know, Mike. I don't know. It's not something I've said yes to. It's not something I've said no to. At the moment, I'm keeping it to one live a week. I've done it Thursday this week because it's Children in Need tomorrow, and I potentially know that everyone's going to be watching that. So, you know, it's sort. That's why we penciled it back a night. Next week's live will be back on a Friday, so it'll be back to normal next week. So won't worry about that. Community meetup possibly, yeah. Don't see why not. We're getting enough members now in the group. We could potentially do between the page and the group. We could potentially offer a meetup with everyone. There's no harm at that. We could probably do it at the RVP, which probably be best, or even maybe Southside. I don't know. I haven't looked into or thought about, to be honest with you, but it's something we could do. It's something we could do. In the way of trips for next year, there is a couple on the table. Also, potentially a co-vlog as well. I don't think he's on tonight, but if anyone hasn't seen Neil, will you be at Mike's Christmas meeting? If I'm not working, Courtney, but yeah, potentially I will be. As long if I'm not working. If you haven't seen a curry night, hey, that's not bad, Wadders. It's not a bad shout, curry night. Curry and a pint. If we haven't, sorry, I'll get back to what I was saying now. I got distracted then. So if you haven't seen a guy on YouTube who did a co-vlog with earlier on this year, his name's Neil, and his YouTube page is called Moments in the Sky. Go give him a watch. Go give him a subscribe. He does some amazing stuff, from hotel reviews to flights. I think he even does a couple of tests some cars and stuff like that as well. I'm potentially doing another co-vlog with him next year. We just need to finalise it all and get it booked. So at the moment, it's not concrete, but it's near enough concrete, if you get what I mean. So cheers, Mark, for putting his link in the channel there. So this is the point of the evening now, unless you've got any more questions for me. But I do like Wadder's suggestion of a curry night. I do like that. Can't beat a curry night. It's good. Now, Wadders, is it a Wetherspoons curry or is it a proper curry house, actually, before we wrap up? I want to know, Wadders, what are you thinking? A proper curry house or a Wetherspoons curry? Got one for Wetherspoons, two for Wetherspoons. Who else for a Wetherspoons curry? Proper curry with lime and pickles. Get in. See, now Wadders knows a curry. Wadders knows his curries. Got to be a proper curry house. I don't mind a Wetherspoons one from time to time, but yeah. Spice of India, Mark. Yeah, I know what that is. I've been there before. But you can't beat a proper curry from a curry house. Can't beat it. So I'm going to start wrapping up now, guys. So this is the part of the show where I've decided now I'm going to do some shout-outs. So, hey, first one I'd like to give a shout-out to Neil from Moments to the Sky. Great channel. Again, said just go watch his stuff. He does some really, really great stuff. You know, go drop him a like. Go drop him a subscribe. You know, the man's helped me out this year. You know, he's doing that co-vlog. He's given me so much guidance and helped out in some information and that, and in doing stuff. I want to give a shout out to our new mod, Wadders. I want to give a shout out to all our mods that are in the chat tonight and everyone working for Living at Large Aviation. Thank you very much, guys. And also I want to give a shout out to Alex from Plane Spotting Channel. Looking forward to doing that live stream with you, mate. Can't wait. And finally, I want to give a shout out to Mike's Plane. I'll get this right now because he's called Mike's Plane Spotting Live. Plane Spotting Mike Live. Give a shout out to him. Go check out his live streams, guys. You know, help him get to that 1K. He's doing some amazing work. He slugs it out at Liverpool. He does his, and his midweek streams and stuff like that. He does with his live bingo and that. Go give it a watch. Go drop him a subscribe. It all helps. It's a community. We all help each other at the end of the day. And that's what it's all about. And last of all one now. I'd like to give a shout out to Think Planes. As if you don't know, I am a moderator for Think Planes as well. Simon and Liz, they do some great stuff. Their live streams are absolutely brilliant from Manchester Airport. So I think, I'm not too sure when the next one is. It might be tomorrow. I haven't checked. But go give them a watch, guys. They're absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to sign off there. It's been lovely to have you tonight. I hope you all have a great end to the week and have a fantastic weekend. And I will catch you all later. Take it easy, guys. See you soon.